And I'm back. So, my name's Charles, and I've been playing Honkai Star Rail pretty much since launch. And a little while ago, I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I started again from scratch and, went through the story again and, see how much I enjoyed a second time. So, here I am. And last episode, we did a bit of Simulated Universe, we joined the Astral Express for the first time, we went through a warp, we went through an awful lot of lore dumping from conversations with different people on the Astral Express, and now we're ready to make our way down to Jarilo-VI. Now, between recordings, I've done my usual bit of housekeeping. I've gone through and removed all the red dots that were up here, and also I went through and basically cleaned out all of the chests and puzzles and secrets on Herta Space Station. And when I say I cleaned them out, I cleaned them out. We got 8 out of 8, 10 out of 10, and 7 out of 7. So that's got me a little bit of extra Trailblaze experience and some materials, but also, quite excitingly, it's given me some pulls. So let's start off this episode by going to the most important thing in the game, warping. And we'll do it from up here. Firstly, I have 8 standard pulls, which is enough for a 10 pull on the standard banner. I have 20 left, so there's no guarantee here, but it's definitely worth a try. I'm not going to go into detail again about which one's characters I want. I'm just going to hit the button. And still, no luck. Never lucky. We have a light cone, another light cone, another light cone, another light cone, more light cones, more light cones, and Sushang! I love Sushang. I'm probably not going to find an excuse to use her, but, maybe once we get to the Luofu, I'll find an excuse to put her on my team. And this is Thomas, and he wants to say hello. Hello. He doesn't play video games, but he really likes getting involved. So if you see him poking around, that's who he is. Also, he's going to start knocking his head against the microphone, and that will cause the game audio to duck, and there's nothing I can do about it. So that was a reasonably uneventful 10 pull, but what we also have, thanks to me messing around in things that are not directly story related, is a lot of Stellar Jades. And I wasn't going to pull on the limited banner at this point. I was going to wait it out and save most of my pulls for Sunday, but Sunday the character, not Sunday the day, obviously. But it's tempting, and having a Venturine on my account would really be useful just generally, because having a good sustain helps so much in so much content. So maybe I'll throw 10 or 20 pulls at a Venturine just in case I get lucky. Although we have established in pulls so far, I am not lucky. So anyway, let's give this a try. We have at least enough for 10 pulls. I'm just going to do 10 and see what happens. Fingers crossed, everyone. And no. The 5% chance, the natural 20 does not get rolled. But, maybe we'll get something interesting in this 10. And we have a light cone, planetary rendezvous. I haven't actually got a harmony light cone up till now, so that's kind of nice. But continuing my pattern of not only not being super lucky and getting 5 stars, but of the 1, 2, 3, 4 temples I've done so far, I've not got more than 1 4-star in any of them either, which is starting to suggest that this is not the luckiest of accounts. I'm sorry, Aventurine, your bets are not coming through. But what we do have is we have Sushang. Hi, Sushang. I'm not going to build you right now. And we have maybe a replacement light cone for Asta. Except not, because we don't really have any other fire types on our team yet. So this light cone doesn't really work particularly well for us yet. So we're just going to have to wait until we have somebody else who's the same element as Asta to support. So that was kind of an anticlimax. So what we're going to do is pop around and do one last pass on the characters to see if there's any dialogue that's waiting for me.
Ever since the destruction sowed Stellarons across the universe, many worlds have changed. Nanook the destruction, Yaosha the abundance, Terminus the finality. I've seen and learned a lot in my time, but I still struggle to understand some of the Eon's actions.
Don't try to understand the Eons, they're just working at a level above us.
Thanks to a brilliant performance, you guys saved the space station from a moment of crisis. Now, the Express is relying on you to get it moving again. Remember, there are 4 things we do when we arrive at a new world. Explore, understand, establish, and connect.
And then find a pub.
And I'm sure you'll get along really well with March and Dan Hung.
I already do. We've been spending lots of time together, thank you very much. Hi, Marchie.
A planet covered in snow and ice. Will I find my answer here? Whoa! Don't sneak up on me like that.
She was being all introspective and I had to ruin the moment.
Why are you still here? Go find Dan Hung. Exciting adventures are waiting for us.
Echoing what anybody who may still be watching this video, God knows why, is saying. Just get on with the story!
Are you doing okay after your first jump?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Wouldn't mind a glass of water.
Dizziness or retching are normal reactions. You'll feel better once you get used to it.
I feel fine. Why aren't you with everyone else?
I enjoy being alone. Especially when I have important work to do.
Yeah, I understand that.
I went through the Express's database, and it seems the environment on Jarilo-VI has undergone drastic changes in the past few centuries. It was not a frozen planet to begin with.
Welt says it was caused by a Stellaron.
Considering the spatial obstacles that the Star Rail has encountered, it's highly possible. I've conducted a preliminary survey and found that there's one area with a relatively normal temperature on the surface of the planet. By normal, I mean a temperature that just about allows for human survival.
Well, we're gonna go there.
If I had to choose a site for initial investigation on this trailblazing expedition, that would be it.
Himiko wants you, me, and March 7th to go together.
As I expected. Before you came, whenever March wanted to go anywhere, Himiko would make Mr. Yang and me go with her. And even after you arrived, I didn't suppose I'd be the one to be liberated of that duty.
Aw, you March's babysitter.
The blazing objective this time is to find the Stellaron on Jarilo-VI and dispel the effect it's exerting on the Star Rail. Right?
If you hadn't been hiding in your room, you'd have heard that already.
You should find March. I'll join you two once I'm ready.
Look, I get being a bit of an introvert, but you missed a lot of exposition just by hiding in your room. You could just do a little bit better that way.
Did you talk to Dan Hung? How'd it go?
He doesn't seem very enthusiastic.
That's our Dan Hung. Always trying to look cool with his poker face. Don't mind him. Relax. Don Hung and I are experienced trailblazers. We got your back.
Thank you, March.
Well, are you ready?
You bet.
When I first saw this planet, I thought, a world covered in ice. Could it have something to do with my past? Now I can't stop thinking about it. Still, the ice that trapped me was six-phased ice, a very rare substance. I don't think you can find it on your average planet.
We won't know unless we have a look ourselves.
To be honest, I think I'd be kind of annoyed if I found out this was my home world. It looks freezing. Pretty girls aren't frost-resistant.
You literally spent God knows how long inside an icicle. I think we've determined that you're frost resistant.
What? Is there something on my face?
Not that I can see.
Nah, I was just imagining all the fun we're gonna have here.
I feel sorry for this world. First the Stellaron, and now you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, here comes the Jarilo-VI Trailblaze team.
Da-da! Quentin Tarantino would approve?
Jarilo-VI. We're here.
It really is one big snowball.
It really is one big snowball. It doesn't feel that cold.
Well, the Trailblaze path grants us faint power. It allows us to better adapt to harsh environments.
That's good, because otherwise March 7th would have to put on pants.
Snow as far as the eye can see. Which direction should we take?
Based on the coordinates, the target should be up ahead.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Why didn't we land at the destination? I didn't know we'd be hiking.
Do you want to mention the time we smashed a hole through Taikian Stadium? Or shall I?
Please stop bringing that up. Let's just say that landings and crowds don't mix.
Unless you enjoy trailblazing through 2 weeks of community service.
I said drop it!
Remember, we should stay vigilant. We know very little about this world.
I apologize, the cat is making it very difficult to maintain the volume of the game.
Calm down. Between the three of us, nothing will stand in our way. I mean, come on. You've got a Stellaron in your body. I have my special six-phased ice powers. And Don Hung, he's got that mysterious past thing going for him.
He's also got a big spear.
So if people start creating trouble for us, they're gonna regret it.
Yeah, they're gonna regret it. Let's just make sure that we're not the ones creating trouble. Let's just go with bravado.
So how long does copycatitis last?
I only did it once.
Braving the unknown? That's the real spirit of trailblazing.
Okay, let's march ahead, I guess. Oh, I got the wrong team. I should put Asta back on my team because... fire. And here we go.
This place still hasn't been corroded, and yet fragmentum monsters have already made it here.
Indeed they have. Oh, we killed one already, so we can't see its info. Frostspawn. Crystallized elements with only the simplest intelligence. It drifts in the fragmentum in the form of a bird, releasing eerily low temperatures, freezing everything around it. And dying very quickly.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
What a strange object. Seems really out of place in the snow plains. Maybe Mr. Yang will know what this is. Let's send a message to ask him. What's this, Mr. Yang? It's a calyx, a strange entity born from the phenomenon of space distortion. There are some reality data in the calyxes that might come in handy, but please be careful when coming in contact with them. The existence of these calyxes is still a mystery to us, and the danger within is incalculable. In your coming journey, you might come across other calyxes like this, and the reality data stored in different calyxes may vary, so look out for that. Calyx Golden. Defeat enemies to obtain general materials. So we're back in tutorial mode. We are discovering that we have to grind every day for stuff. And luckily, here's one I prepared earlier. Let's just attempt this just once. But what we'll do is we'll replace Asta with Himiko from my other account.
Make sure to keep yourself safe this time, March. And remember, we're all in this together. I have something for you.
You won't get away.
Time for an overhaul.
You won't get away.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You won't get away.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
That was kind of unfair, but let's not do that again. We did get a Trailblaze level out of it, so that's nice. But yeah, that's what bringing a level 80 character to a level 20 matchup does.
Of course not. My eyesight's perfect. Come on, let's take a closer look.
Oh shit, I missed some exposition.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
So there's something up ahead that we've spotted. Ah, it's a mysterious lump of snow. Let's investigate.
Hey, get out of there or you'll shiver to death.
Hi, March.
Holding your breath won't help.
I got this, March.
This is where the big spear comes in handy.
Someone's got their head stuck in the sand, or the snow in this case. They just need a helping hand.
Ouch! My fine fellow, was that really necessary? Is crawling around in the snow a crime these days? I mean, come on, surely. It doesn't warrant a spearing.
I apologize. Just looking from one person to the other.
Again, how can I blame you? I mean, I caught you off guard, and it had to happen. You could even say I deserved it, huh? Besides, I made a gallant group of new friends as a result. Is Captain Japard around? He's an old buddy of mine.
Who?
Wait, you're not Silvermane guards?
Well, why didn't you say so? Turns out we're on the same side after all.
Hello, Sampo Koski.
The name's Sampo Koski.
Hello.
Excellent, I'll remember the name. Never thought I'd run into friends from the same line of work out here in this frozen wasteland. Business is bad these days, but fear not, Sampo Koski isn't interested in hoarding. There's more than enough treasure to go around, so let's get rich together. Say, why don't we join forces? I have reliable intel the main strength of the Silvermane Guards is being deployed to the front line. This is a golden opportunity.
I think we're at cross purposes here. What businesses are you talking about? Silvermane Guards? The front line?
Come now, friends. I can understand the mistrust, but there's no need for the charade.
Charade?
Then again, I know the rules. Vigilance is the name of the game in our profession. It's my fault for letting my enthusiasm and sincerity get the better of me. Anyway, a meeting like this has to have been written in the stars. Ask me anything you like. I won't skimp on the details. Still make it snappy. You're never more than 10 feet from a Silvermane Guard.
You won't get that unless you're Australian and old. Is there a settlement nearby? Why were you hiding in the snow? Oh, those are just questions I can ask them.
Settlement? What a literary turn of phrase. Why, there's only one place in this world where the living still reside. Our beloved Belobog. The further away you get, the dicier things become. The city of preservation, the towering citadel, humanity's last bastion against the eternal freeze. It may sound a bit over the top, but those names are grounded in truth. The only place humans can eke out an existence is behind those impregnable walls.
Why were you hiding in the snow?
You guys scared me to death. There I was, looking for relics to sell, when all of a sudden you came stomping over. I thought the Silvermane Guards were paying me a visit. Seriously, though, try treading a little lighter next time, huh? If you run into the guards, they won't hide in a snowdrift, and you'll be in a cell before you know it.
I have no idea who these Silvermane Guards even are.
You really don't know? The Silvermane Guards are Belobog soldiers, enforcers, and police. Let's just say they're not the most flexible of people, and they like paying visits to folks in our line of work.
What's that in the background? Did he just, like, throw his bong into the snow?
Seems like you guys really are new to the business. To be young and naive again. How about this? As a senior in the field, which I'm sure you don't mind me saying, I'll give you some free guidance. There are ways of doing things in this profession, and you better get familiar with them. Moving in the shadows, finding the goods, pricing your stock, hiding from the guards. There's an art to all of it.
No need. Why don't you just take us to the city? We don't really know the way.
The city? Already? They haven't even started trading yet. Well, showing you the way is easy enough, Missy, but it would cost.
You see, I'd ask why he didn't notice that we're standing out in the middle of the snow and March is in a very short skirt, but he's got a lot of skin showing there, so maybe he's immune to the cold as well.
But it would be my pleasure. Kindness is Sampo Koski's middle name. Follow me, friends, and keep quiet. We don't want to be spotted by the guards.
So why were you hiding from the Silvermane Guards?
Yeah, we're just storing a few relics away from prying eyes. Nothing serious. If it weren't for the uncompromising nature of our civil service, there'd be no need for secrecy. Somewhere about you guys
is
know
that?
anyway.
Anyway.
I don't mean to pry or anything. I just care about my friends. No pressure.
I'm following you. You go in front. So we've landed on this planet and met the dodgiest possible human being. But what could possibly go wrong?
Never leave a footprint. I have my own special technique called invisible snow walking. Helps me throw off pursuers in no time.
And sandworms.
Who are they?
You remember the Silvermane guards I mentioned? That's them! Help me, old friends! I don't want to be caught!
It's the suspect and his accomplices. Arrest them!
It's now or never! Over to you!
Alright, we've landed on this planet and the first thing we do is fight the cops.
Tough luck running into me!
Thankfully, they're not particularly tough.
No manners, huh? Who will it be? My turn!
Oops. Maybe getting a little cocky here, but...
Who invited you?
Hello, Japard. Now that's an entrance.
I, Japard Landau, captain of the Silvermane Guards, order you to relinquish your futile resistance.
That Sampo cheated us all. Wait till I get my hands on him.
See, I could have used all my
Relinquish your resistance.
ults there, but I wanted to listen to the voice lines.
Forget Sampo. Wait until I get my hands on you.
What order do I do this in? Let's do this.
Ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Rules are made to be broken! You outstayed your welcome!
I hope you didn't want that ad. Nope, didn't slow him. Oh well.
Of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Oh, well, yeah, it's done the thing where it slows you down because it's a boss fight. Interestingly, he's not fire weak. That's a surprise.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
How about this? This ends here! And the prime
And that's-
suspect? The one with the blue hair?
Apologies, Captain. We lost him during the pursuit. We can't find his footprints.
No matter. We have his accomplices. He'll be close by, plotting his next move.
Look, we only just met the guy.
Yeah, we'd never team up with someone like him.
I wouldn't say never.
I'm not trying to talk our way out of this, but we're not friends with that scoundrel. Did you see how fast he ditched us? We rescued him from the snow out of the kindness of our hearts. We had no idea he might be using us to get past you. Are you really dumb enough to fall for his...
To be fair, we were dumb enough to fall for his.
I'm a captain, not an adjudication panel. As a Belobog citizen, you have the right to defend yourself, but that can only take place under the scrutiny of the architects, not now. Take them away.
But we're not from Belobog.
Oh, give it away, March. Does our equipment bear any resemblance to yours? Take a look at our clothes.
Silence! What kind of nonsense are you?
As you were. We must not be tempted into careless judgment. Look at their attire. Indeed, it is not in the Belobog style.
Exactly! And we even have photos!
Of a doomsday beast.
Probably never seen what your planet looks like, right? I took this one. Behold, Jarilo-VI.
You mean to say that this white ball that's here, that's our home? How can that...
We found the one flat earther on this entire thing.
It is said that a long time ago, strange visitors from beyond the sky would visit us here. But that after the eternal freeze, the blizzards made passage impossible. And Belobog would cease to witness such arrivals.
But these people are...
This decision is beyond us. If what they say is true, then only the Supreme Guardian may decide their fate.
Well, then take us to the Supreme Guardian.
Our job is to present them before her. Nothing more.
I'm sure she's very fair and not at all insane.
Outsiders, follow me. Belobog lies beyond this blizzard. Welcome to Belobog, the city of preservation.
Oh, that's pretty. Such a good establishing shot. Just look at all that.
Hey, it feels like it got a bit warmer.
That's because you're in Belobog, the last bastion of humanity.
Last bastion?
700 years ago, monsters from beyond the sky set the world ablaze. The land was turned to scorched earth, with raging infernos and billowing towers of smoke stretching beyond the horizon. In the midst of the conflict, the eternal freeze descended without warning. Suddenly, sweeping winds brought blizzards which buried the invading legion. Belobog was all that remained. The steadfast architects built this city. Under the protection of Qlipoth, the preservation, Belobog remains forever warm in the face of unrelenting cold.
For the Amber Lord.
He's sure saying some weird stuff.
Makes kinda sense to me.
A marked change in tone. It sounds like he's quoting from a historical record.
Uh-huh. So why is he telling us all this?
You wanted to know.
Good reason. And finally, we're free roaming again. We should probably talk to Japard.
We saw strange creatures outside the city. They must have come from a Terran-corroded space. A fragmentum, correct?
How do you... That's right. Out there in the blizzard, there are still many threats, including the monsters you saw. The Silvermane guards are continuously engaged with the enemy, and I'm afraid the situation is bleak. After your meeting with the Supreme Guardian, I would like to consult you on this matter. We're lacking in intel.
People who walk slowly during escort quests. Is there anything more video game? I'm sorry, I'm a little too close to you. That's kind of invading your personal space just a little bit.
We're here. This is Qlipoth Fort, the heart of Belobog and headquarters of the Architects.
Qlipoth Fort? The Architects? Go for the architects.
The saviors of humanity. Long before the arrival of the Eternal Freeze, the architects braved the doubts and derision of the people, never wavering from their construction of its defenses. History has proven that their decision was the correct one. The architects named this fortress after Qlipoth, Eon of Preservation. Under their direction, humanity has withstood external enemy attacks and held off the Eternal Freeze. Even today, we resist the Fragmentum's corrosion.
All very honorable.
This fortress is also the residence of the Supreme Guardian.
So are the offices in that bit at the top there? Do we go all the way up there when we're going inside? Looks like it. You can't really tell.
The Supreme Guardian?
The leader of Belobog, elected and appointed by the architects. The Supreme Guardians have watched over this city for generations, sheltering the people from harm. The current Guardian is Madame Cocolia Rand. Every major strategic decision is issued by her.
Whoa, she sounds like a big deal.
I will now bring you to see Madame Cocolia. Please have your words at the ready. Her time is precious, so she prefers concise communication.
We're gonna see her right now? Can I at least find a place to freshen up first?
Can I tag along? You look fine. Is there any etiquette we need to observe? Let's reassure March. She seems a bit nervous.
You've got some snow in your hair, but no one will notice.
I've dispatched a messenger to send word. Madame Cocolia will be aware of your arrival. Come with me.
See, Dunhung pretends. He kind of, he gives March a lot of shit, but there's affection there.
But that's a meaningless sacrifice. How can you...
You may leave, Branya. Visitors have arrived.
What is with that outfit?
Yes, Mother.
Madam Guardian, I have brought 3 outsiders to see you.
Hello.
The messenger informed me. Well done, Gepard. You may leave. Welcome, visitors from beyond the Eternal Freeze. Or perhaps I should say, from beyond the sky, no?
I thought we got here pretty quickly. That messenger must have done a really good job.
I am Cocolia Rand, Belobog's Supreme Guardian. I would be grateful if you could tell me why you have come.
So you don't doubt our identity? So you believe we come from beyond the sky?
Do you wish me to doubt it? Or perhaps you're not confident in that identity yourself? No, I do not doubt it. I can see that you are not from this world.
See, she's already just starting to freeze, and no one's kind of noticed.
The architects remember the history well, else we should forget it. I know that in the distant past, before the Eternal Freeze descended or the Legion invaded, this world was once prosperous beyond measure. An eon connected our planet to other worlds, and we discovered the endless possibilities of the boundless universe. We also came to know of Qlipoth, the Amber Lord. Under their attentive gaze, we built the city walls. So do not be surprised. For 700 years, the architects have received no further communication from the stars. But I knew of your existence. Tell me why you have come.
We want to help you. We've come to trailblaze this planet. Probably the first one's easy to explain.
We came here for something known as a Stellaron.
I'll give the entire game away, Dan.
A Stellaron.
Objects that fell from the blue on separate worlds. Their appearance spelled disaster. Many of the planets we visited have suffered their effects. You mentioned invasion by the Antimatter Legion. Soon after their arrival, this planet suffered the Eternal Freeze. At the same time, the phenomenon known as fragmentum space corrosion began to occur. Correct?
Correct.
See, what is that outfit, Cocolia? Is that really appropriate for the leader of an entire planet? The Stellarons were cast by the Eon of Destructions. The Eternal Freeze is a product of the Stellaron. Fragmentums are a product of the Stellaron. Let's go with Eon of Destruction, because, you know, they're on Qlipoth's side, so presumably Nanook's the bad guy, right?
Which is why the Antimatter Legion and Stellarons often show up together. Worlds seeded with Stellarons give birth to Fragmentums. As for the Eternal Freeze, it must have been a product of the Stellaron, unique to the environment of your world.
See, occasionally March knows what she's talking about.
You can see us as kind-hearted interstellar public servants, lending a helping hand to any world affected by a Stellaron.
So does that mean we have to fill out a lot of paperwork? Cocolia.
Your analysis of our current circumstances is clear. We have indeed suffered the disasters you speak of, some of which prove vexatious to us even today. But why should you care?
It's the Trailblaze ethos. Outwit, outlast... No, that's a different one. I can't remember exactly. But we're supposed to, like, connect and be friendly and stuff.
Even if this Stellaron you speak of did bring about disaster, I fail to see its connection to you. I don't believe that anyone would go to such lengths to help a world unrelated to them. Unless they had something to gain.
Have you heard of this thing called the Prisoner's Dilemma?
You're right. Our reason for coming here is not purely selfless. If we don't seal the Stellaron, we cannot leave this planet.
Please help us locate the Stellaron.
If we can get rid of it, your world will be safer too.
Hopefully.
You know how to seal the Stellaron.
I got the hiccups. I apologize.
We have the relevant means.
Very well. I believe you. If our present situation is truly the result of this so-called Stellaron, then your arrival is the hope that Belobog has waited 700 years for. I am willing to assist you in any way possible to help you locate the Stellaron.
Why is your arm and hand half frozen?
It's getting late, and you must be tired. I will arrange for you to stay in our most comfortable hotel. Rest there and get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow at noon, I will dispatch someone to escort you here, and we can discuss this urgent matter in greater detail.
Thank you, Supreme Guardian. We'd like to take a look around. Yeah, I don't want to do some tourist stuff.
But of course. You are Belobog's honored guests, and have the highest privileges afforded to you. I do need some time. I will go over our records for anything that may be connected to Stellarons. Please excuse me for not escorting you further.
That's okay, you're busy. You're like running this entire planet. The Stellaron's saying one thing, those hips are saying something else.
Of course, I understand. Do not worry. I have a way.
It seems that the Supreme Guardian holds you in high regard. I have received orders that your movements are no longer to be restricted.
She is very much an impressive figure. I think I mentioned that a few times in that scene.
She's the big shot. Definitely got that Queen of the Castle vibe going on. Oh, so cool.
I'm afraid I still have duties to attend to. I must return to my post. I hope you enjoy your stay in Belobog.
What is that environmental audio?
Wait, can you recommend some sites? It's not that late. We want to take a look around.
Well, I'd say that Golden Theater and the History Museum are both worth a look. However, you'd need a pass to get into the museum. I recommend you visit Everwinter Monument first. It's Belobog's most symbolic landmark.
We're literally right next to it already.
And if you enjoy music, you could head to Neverwinter Workshop. You can sometimes catch an outdoor performance there. The artist is... you'll see. Oh, and if you're staying at Goethe Hotel, please avoid the alley that runs next to it. The one with Silvermane guards stationed there. It's started to be affected by corrosion recently, so it's been sealed off.
So the corrosion is inside the city. That's a grave situation.
Yes,
It's not good.
a resistance as we speak. I must leave now. I hope all goes well for you.
You go, Japard. Is that the environmental audio? Or is it down here? There's just a very loud, like, industrial noise coming from this area that doesn't seem to have a precise source. Anyway, let's follow the quest marker. Hello, Wallace. I won't talk to you, you're just depressing.
Wow, look at the carved ice! It feels perfect for this city somehow.
Whatever it's made of, it can't be ice.
I guess you're right. It's actually pretty warm in the city. Hey, what's with all the children over there? Should we go and take a look?
Sure.
So let me introduce myself. I'm the intelligence officer for the Silvermane Guards, and a temporary guide for the A Journey Through Belobog's History program. My name is Pelageya Sergeyevna, but you can call me Pela.
Hi, Pela.
Yes, Miss Taylor.
And perhaps the grown-ups among us could remain silent? This is a children's program.
But I want to learn things.
Hey guys, take a look over here. This is Everwinter Monument. It was erected to commemorate the mighty architects. The architects are followers of the Aeon Quipod. It was they that foresaw crisis, built up our walls, and established Belobog, preserving the spark of human civilization. Even today, they are still tending to the city. Everwinter Monument is made up of two parts. A gear that symbolizes knowledge and industrial strength, and huge ice crystals that symbolize the eternal freeze. These two symbols are bound together, the gear restricting the ice. It represents the unyielding spirit of the architects in the face of nature's barbarity. Any questions?
No, I don't think I do, actually. That's pretty cool. And symbolic. Okay, I'm gonna have to say hello to Wallace. I've done too many daily quests with this guy not to at least say hello. Young man, I've never seen you before. It's my first time here. I was born and raised in the administrative district. I've never seen you before either. You've never seen me before? Never seen Wallace? Then you must not be a local. I am Wallace Cambridge Limestein. I am the 25th head of the Limestein family. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Carfish. Hello, Wallace Yeah, I'm Carfish. Good. I'd say we are now fairly acquainted. Remember, if you ever need someone in the administrative district to get something done, just come to me. By the way, if you find anything or anyone interesting, let me know. Life is all about having fun. Money is no issue, curiosity fuels me. What a fine day it is. Is there anything that you want to know? I've never done this before. Are you rich? Oh, I wouldn't say I'm rich. I'm comfortable. That's what they all say. I have a couple of properties in the administrative district that require maintenance. I have to pay taxes for them, but I'm far too lazy to rent them out. I mean, time is money. Besides, they're full of priceless relics. You're into ancient relics? Not exactly, I just like to own them. For example, a while back, Lord Simon told me he obtained a particularly rare gold watch, said to be a relic left behind by the third Supreme Guardian. How could I miss on such a rarity? So I offered him 3 houses for it. 3 houses? I think I get the picture. And then all he does is try to get you to set him up with friends, which is both sad and very time-consuming.
Neverwinter Workshop. Hey, didn't Japard say there'd be a show here?
He said you can sometimes catch an outdoor performance. Sometimes being the operative word.
You're such a downer, Danhung.
Darn. I wanted to see one. Oh, I'd been wondering. You see that heater over there? Why do they keep it outdoors? This city is so weird. Normally you'd want a heater inside a building, right?
Is this how they repel the eternal freeze?
If so, I'm not sure mighty is the right word for these architects.
Tiny heaters are no use against the Stellaron disaster.
Oh. Lurking behind us.
You guys sure have a lot to say about that broken heater.
Oh, wow,
Hello, Serval. Hey, hello.
Hi there. The name's Serval. I'm the owner of this workshop. If you got any broken equipment lying around, you can always come find me, though I can't guarantee I'll be interested in fixing it.
Oh, we're okay. I was just curious about the heater.
Curious? About the heater? It's just a standard geomarrow radiator. You can find them anywhere in the administrative district.
We only just got here. Everything's new to us. Standing broken machines outside a workshop is bad advertising.
Only just got here? Ah! I figured it out! I heard a loudmouth guard say that a group of outsiders had met with Cocolia. You must be them?
A loudmouth guard. I wonder who that might be.
What an honor. Where are my manners? We can talk about heaters all day if you like. Let's have a chat.
I love her hair. Serval's hair just getting blue at the end looks so cool. Message for new repairers. Oh, missed it. Damn. Oh. I'm gonna walk around inside your workshop just to look around. Big gears. There's probably a clock up there somewhere, I guess. Lots of shelves. More big gears, just doing big gear things. And Serval just standing behind the counter. Also, just not dressed for the cold weather at all, but I am 100% forgiving you for that.
The heater you saw is just a standard geomarrow radiator. They may not look like much, but they're a real lifeline to the people. The blizzards here are brutal. If we didn't have a reliable way of keeping warm, Belobog would long since have become a dead city, both above and below the surface.
What is geomarrow?
It's an ore, a special energy resource. Whether it's keeping the city warm or keeping our counters ticking, everything runs on geomarrow. Geomarrow grows beneath the surface of the planet, and specialist underworld mining teams are there to extract it. Transport lines shuttle it up to the surface. In the overworld, we use the same lines to ship surface goods and aid down to the underworld.
Above and beneath the surface?
You didn't know? Belobog is structured like 2 big connected disks. The overworld is responsible for administration and trade, while the underworld is responsible for energy supply and resource extraction. However, due to an order that was given many years ago, nobody has moved between the overworld and the underworld in a long time.
So they just ship geomarrow up and we ship supplies down and we don't talk to them.
I shouldn't be talking about this. Pretend I never said anything.
Why is the heater outside?
Isn't it just like cooking food over an open flame? If the house is a pot, then the heater is the stove it rests on.
That makes no sense.
puts it like that, it actually starts to make sense.
You've got one up on me, March. Thank you.
Sweat. This is your first time in Belobog. I just want you to feel some of the warmth the city has to offer. Hey, seeing as there's nothing on your plate just now, want to help me fix up this machine? Just a bit of manual labor. You might find it interesting.
Sure, I want an introduction to the puzzles.
Great. Then let me give you a demonstration first.
Rotate the modules to adjust the circuit and direct the electrical current from the power supply to the endpoint. Repairs are complete when all endpoint circuits are connected to the current. The edges of fixed modules will appear red when selected. This is the source, and this is the destination. So it needs to get power through both of these.
So that's how it works.
So that's how it works. An old VCR machine. You do not dare imagine what it might show you. Well, we could transport ourselves to Zenless Zone Zero and find out.
Nice. You guys are pretty handy. You picked that up in no time. Want to be my assistants? Average pay, but I'm a good boss.
Yeah, I'm probably not ready for full-time work on a planet I've only just arrived at.
I was only kidding. Just a joke. Well, I'd better carry on here. Why not have a better look around? My workshop will always be open to you. And your wallets, of course.
Haven't paid for anything yet. Okay, we've learned how to do the puzzles, so we get to leave. And what's next on our exploration of Belobog? They really just like went all out, making this like first city look cool. And just this sort of lovely architecture, the building of the architects up here. Just looks awesome.
That's the alley that Shepard mentioned. The one contaminated by the fragmentum, right? I can't believe how close it is to the city center.
They hadn't identified it. I bet all the shops and hotels in the vicinity would have had to close down by now.
Move back! This is your final warning.
But my proof of property is inside. I don't have any...
The fragmentum has already corroded this block. You can make a property retrieval request to the architects, but only Silvermane guards are permitted to enter here.
I can't believe fragmentum corrosion has spread into the city. No wonder there are so many soldiers stationed there.
This world really is in dire straits. Can soldiers really hold back the fragmentum?
No. As long as the Stellaron is active, the corrosion will continue to spread. The soldiers can only periodically clear the fragmentum of monsters. But the monsters will continue to emerge and multiply.
Please try to understand, sir. Backwater Pass has become very dangerous. We're just here for your safety.
If I can't get my proof of property, it doesn't matter how safe I am. Out of my way! Let me pass!
I don't think that that's worth dying for, mate. Sorry. And this is where the brain rot begins. A trash can, not remarkable in any way. You've been staring at it for a while, but it's just an ordinary trash can. What do you want to do? You try to hold back the urge to open it. As you continue staring at the trash cans, they seem to turn before your very eyes. The edges are no longer rusty and the dents are smoothed over. From under the lid comes a faint golden glow, sweet and alluring. For a moment, the trash cans turn into treasure chests. And it's happening again. You take a deep breath and open the lid. It's empty. Wait! You reach deeper into the trash can. There's a piece of iron scrap on the bottom. Your hard work paid off. You finally found the treasure. You look back at your companions and see their complicated expressions. You don't need to explain, I get it. The urge is too great for you to resist. There's no turning back once you've walked down this path. And we get a portrait. As far as I'm aware, that started off as somebody on the dev team or like one of the writers just finding it funny that in so many role-playing games you end up rifling through people's trash, and just decided to make it a funny theme of this game, and it just snowballs and snowballs over the course of many patches. Why is this not opening? There you go, give me some treasure. Thank you very much.
So tired. I just want to put my head on a pillow and drift off.
You and me both, March.
Like the first day of our trailblazing expeditions is always pretty eventful, huh, Dan Hung?
Yeah, it's because you've got too much energy.
I'd explore all those things, but I'm kind of getting to the end of this episode.
Wow, what a beautiful lobby! It's gonna be soft mattresses and cushiony pillows tonight. Wanna have a pillow fight later? Huh? I bet they're stuffed with goose feathers!
March. Earlier in Klipoth Fort.
Stop, I know what you're gonna say. March, you said too much back there. March, you shouldn't reveal our goal to people we don't trust. Meanwhile, you guys were beating around the bush and speaking in riddles.
I'm pretty sure it was Dan Hung who said Stellaron first. Maybe I'd need to rewind and find out, but I'm pretty sure it was Dan Hung.
We came here for something known as a Stellaron.
I'll give the entire game away, Dan.
But check it out. Seems like we landed with a pretty sweet deal, right? We get the royal treatment, rooms in a beautiful hotel, and the full support of the locals. As far as trailblazing goes, this is smooth as heck.
That's not what I was going to say.
Can't possibly get worse from here.
Alright, spit it out then.
Earlier in Klipoth Fort, were you paying attention to the Supreme Guardian?
I think you can tell I was paying attention to the Supreme Guardian.
Yeah, of course. This isn't my first expedition, you know. My powers of perception are sharper than the sharpest blade.
So, did you notice anything? I knew there was something up with her. Am I the only one who didn't notice anything? So, did you notice anything?
Nope, she seemed normal to me. She was kinda harsh at first, but she turned out to be a nice, reasonable lady. Although, it felt like she was looking through me. As in, I know she was speaking to us, but it seemed like her gaze was fixed on something far away.
I had a similar feeling. Almost as if we weren't the only people in the room.
Do you have to put it like that? That's scary.
It must have been the Invisible Man. It must have been a guard. You guys are overthinking things. See, this is one of those situations where none of these really encapsulate what I want to say, but I'll take the closest. I think there was something there because I heard something on the way out. There was a noise and I kind of half turned around.
Well, there's no way he'd get past Dan Hung's sharp eyes.
Perhaps I'm too sensitive. She did promise to help us. I just hope she keeps her word. Let's get some rest. We need to save our energy for the discussions tomorrow.
Indeed we do. We will go and talk to the NPCs some other time. We've got to get to bed now. In this pretty little corridor. Some stuff that I may one day read.
Is there anything left to do? We're meeting the Guardian tomorrow. There won't be any time for sightseeing.
I think we've done all of the exploring we need to do today.
It was a long day today. All I need is a hot shower and a good night's sleep.
That sounds like a really good idea, March. Sleep well, guys. I've got a bad feeling. I kind of do have a bad feeling after that ominous noise when we were leaving Cocolia's.
Well, don't talk about it then.
Let's get to bed early and save our energy. I sense the next few days could be tiring.
Oh, yes.
I'm off to my room then. Express lights off!
Night, March. And here we are in a room. We're going to pick up some more... Pick up some more readables that I will not... Actually, I'm going to read the menu. Bookshelf. Goethe Hotel Tea Time menu. Classic brunch combo with buttered toast, poached eggs, pancake with syrup with seasonal fruit jam, a cup of tea of your choice. The sour bean soup originally in the combo is temporarily unavailable due to supply shortage and is replaced with any beverage from our selection of brews. The coffee jelly is unavailable, but there's other things. Smoked Frostwave salmon rolls, salmon cheese tart, sausage platters, Moo hot milk. Due to a shortage in coffee, all menu items containing coffee are temporarily unavailable. We will provide them again as soon as supplies return to normal. We deeply apologize for any inconvenience caused. So now we know why Himiko didn't come down to the missions on this planet. So let's investigate the wardrobe, see if there's anything hidden in here. Without a doubt, what's in front of you is a closet. It is, based on all the signals coming in from your sensory organs, a perfect closet. Design, capacity, tactility, build quality, and scent. No matter how you look at it, you can't possibly think of a better closet. It is a nice closet. Wait a minute. Scent? How is scent a measurement of how good a closet is? Well, it's the wood. It's got to smell like old wood. Doesn't matter. It smells good. And it's not an odor of typical sandalwood or any other natural materials. Rather, it is miraculously cleansing scent that is completely artificial, a marvel of chemical engineering. It is so alluring that all you want to do is get in the closet and let your whole body soak in its scent. Whatever, I'm going in. Here I come, closet. Yes, you are about to go in. Left foot, right foot, turn around. Take a deep breath. Darn it, why a deep breath? You want to sneeze, but manage to suppress it. Stand firm and then close the door in one smooth move. Bang! Congratulations! You've now been merged with the universe's most perfect closet as one single entity. But honestly, your mood is far from reaching the state of excitement. Perhaps you need more time to comprehend the subtle wonder in all this. This place might seem a little too dark for you. Guess you will eventually get used to it, right? Dark Knight gifted me a set of dark eyes. Ha! That's the spirit. Give it more time. Adapt to this dark environment. Trust yourself. Just wait a little longer. Something more interesting than this pitch darkness will occur. It's guaranteed to be the real deal. Wait! Did you hear that? A sound is closing in. Click. Click. It's just someone walking in the corridor. The real deal is coming? That's exactly right. Just think about it. Now take a guess. Whose footsteps are those? Room service. The Goethe Hotel's devil. Yes, now you finally get it. That's the Goethe Hotel's resident devil. It hibernates in dirty, unattended small attics, specifically feeding on innocent and vulnerable outsiders. It picked the wrong opponent to mess with this time. After all, you are the universally renowned trailblazer, the guardian deity of the Herta space station, the doomsday beasts and doom. Yep, today is the day you purge evil for the greater good. It doesn't seem to be that dark in the closet. The light of valor illuminates your surroundings. Wow. Room service. Is anyone in there? There it is. All hotel devils love to disguise themselves as room service. Such a cliché. You won't be easily fooled by it. Your mind is stronger than those city walls built by Klepoth. You are prepared. I'm gonna come in now, okay? Now, devil, meet your judgment. Bang. The closet door slams open. What the heck? You won! The Goethe Hotel's devil is now banished, and this land is now purified. That devil seems to have left something behind. Take it as your reward for your intrepidity. Why I got praise of high morals for that, I will never know. But it's just random example of how this game just decides occasionally it's just gonna go full silly. And so the only thing left for us to do is rest and see the next day. And since we've been going a little bit more than an hour now, I'm going to call the end of this episode. Thank you if you have hung around with me to listen to me narrate that really quite silly piece of prose there. And tomorrow we will see what happens when we wake up the morning after in the Goethe Hotel and see just what Cocolia has in store for us. This is a really I love the environmental design in here. We've got like flowers in a like vase here that's protected from the element. We've got all these like cases which must belong to somebody who used to stay here but now doesn't. I mean, it's a nice hotel room. I wouldn't mind staying here. It's got a nice heater, so it's obviously quite cozy. We can look out of this window over the city of Belobog outside. But what we're going to do now is we're going to log out, and then tomorrow we will see the dawn. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.